Hi everyone, welcome to Free Handling Made AU, my autistic life. I'm your host Nisi, hanging out with me here in Big Sky, Montana. Thank you for coming by and visiting. I do apologize that this video is late. Most of you know who've been keeping up with me on live stream, I'm not doing the best. My health is not what it should be, so I'm a hit and miss a lot, more so than normal. But I wanted to get this video out. So Robin from Roaming with Rover commented on my community post of this blanket that I took a picture of. And I'll include a picture of this blanket at the end of this video. And she asked how much mine measured. And I was like, oh, that's actually a good question. I have no idea. Well, I did measure it. So I did not block this blanket. It's for a toddler. I didn't feel the need to block it because it's for a toddler. So unblocked, and it would be bigger if I blocked it because it is because of the cabling right here. Unblocked, it comes out to be 42 by 42. If I was to block it, it'd probably be more like 44 by 44. So it is definitely a very square, perfect square blanket. So 42 by 42 is what mine measures out to be. The yarn that I used for this is the Loops and Threads Soft Classic yarn. Love that yarn. It's very soft. It's a good sturdy acrylic, a good economic acrylic. Of course I don't have the bands with me, darn it. I don't remember the name of these colors, but you know, you've got your blue, your pink, this is aquamarine. This one was, it looks mint to me. It looks like mint, but it was called a different color, and I can't, turquoise. Maybe this one was turquoise and maybe this one was aquamarine. I think this one was aquamarine. I want to say this one was labeled as turquoise. And then we have the yellow, the pastel yellow, and then we have the purple iris. And I love the border. The border is so super cute. I love the border. So the yarn was super easy to work with. I love that yarn as a nice big box store economical acrylic. Yes, I really like it. It's very, very nice and sturdy. Gorgeous. Okay, let me talk to you about the pattern. The pattern is gorgeous. It was a lot of fun to make. I did have a little bit of an issue at the beginning with this part right here, but it's just because I didn't read the instructions correctly. And I got with Dana Wonderlust Crochet, and we both were reading it wrong. But we were both able to figure out, basically we were missing a row of double crochet is what we did. Anyway, the pattern, other than that, Safu, the pattern was super easy to read. It was super easy to follow. I feel that the pattern was really well written. I truly believe a beginner could actually do this blanket. Literally all it is single crochet and double crochet. That's literally all it is, you guys. And she has pictures that was included with the pattern. I love it when a designer includes pictures with their patterns, because there's a lot of visual people out there like me, and those pictures just tend to help. Especially when it came to the picture she included was how to do the cabling, this part. Super helpful. So thank you, Toni, for that. Sorry about that. So the designer is Toni, and her YouTube channel is called TL Yarn Crafts, and she actually has a website as well. And this pattern is free on the website. It's also available for purchase on Ravelry. Those of us that are going to the Pacific Northwest Yarny Social 2024, this coming October, She designed this blanket for our charity project. The charity project that got chosen for us this year was to make blankets and Somebunnies for the Mountain State Children's Home. Just a quick little plug in for the Yarny Social. They extended the early registration. If you want to go, this is the time. Do it now. Get your registration done now because the price will go up. And I'll include the information for the Yarny Social for you guys in the description of this video. So Toni was so gracious and designed this pattern for the children's home. And one of the agreements that we made in getting the written pattern for free was to share our makes, to share the blanket that we made. So to Toni, thank you so much for doing this. I appreciate it so much. And I know there's many of us who do appreciate you designing this beautiful, beautiful, fun blanket. I know whatever little girl, little boy that gets this blanket is going to love it. I made a somebody to go with it, Toni, because every blanket has to have a somebody. So what I did was I decided I wanted my Somebunny to literally match the blanket. So the colors in the blanket are literally in the colors of the Somebunny. So this is the Somebunny. I haven't given her a name yet. I've had several choices to choose from, but because I live in Montana, I think I'm gonna name her Montana. So her name is Montana, and she's so cute. So I've got every single color, all 6 colors that was in this blanket is in this bunny. You got the white, you have the yellow, and then I took all the colors, I put them together, and I made her tail out of all the colors that was used in the blanket. Now, as you can see, I embroidered the eyes myself. I did that because this is going to a toddler, and I didn't want the chance of safety eyes coming out and being a choking hazard. So I chose to take a leap of faith. I watched several different tutorials on how to do embroidery eyes on amigurumi, and I gave it a shot. And I think it turned out really great. I did add a nose for this Somebunny and a little mouth, just to give her just some extra character. And I made her ears a little bit bigger. I made the bottoms of her ears bigger. I wanted her ears to be super big and floppy. I did put an extra increase in all parts of her. Her head has an extra increase. Her body has an extra increase. Her ears, her arms, her legs. Every bit of her has an extra increase because I wanted her to be bigger. I wanted to make her bigger. So she's really cute. I did the pattern off of, I didn't do it off the book. Miss C, her tutorials. I did it from her tutorials, and then I was having a hard time with, I can't remember what part of it was I was having a hard time with. Oh, it might have been the arms and the legs. I was having a hard time understanding. I did reach out to Sanita to help me know exactly how many rounds I needed, because I knew I was going to be alternating everything a little bit to make the bunny bigger. And I just got confused on some of the details. Oh, it wasn't the arms. It was the body that I was confused about, because you go from increasing and then you have to decrease, but you have to decrease rather quickly. And there was just a section I got confused on, but Sanita came to the rescue. So she's all done. She's super cute. So Montana and her blankie will be traveling to the Mountain State Children's Home. Dana did ask me if I would bring these with me to the social for show and tell. And so I told her I would. So Montana will be traveling with her blanket with me to the Yarny Social. And then I don't know if I can hand her and the blanket off to someone who can deliver it, or if I still need to ship it. I got to figure all that out. So the tutorial for the Somebunny, very easy. I definitely went with the 4-weight yarn because that's what all this yarn was, 4-weight. The Loops and Threads classic soft classic yarn. It's all a 4-weight. I did use a smaller hook than Miss C used because I like my stitches to be really good and tight, and I don't like being able to see any of the stuffing inside my amigurumis. I like my amigurumis to be super, super solid. So I did go with a smaller hook, and because I went with the smaller hook, I knew I was going to have to make the pattern bigger so my bunny would still be the size I wanted it to be, because when you use a smaller hook, of course, your amigurumi is going to end up being smaller. So that was a learning experience for me, kind of changing up a design, but it worked out. I think she turned out great. I'm happy with it. And right now I am working on the second blanket. This one is going to be for a minor from anywhere from the ages of 6th grade through senior year of high school. I wanted one for a little child, and then I wanted to make a blanket, a throw for an older child. And I'm using very, very earth tone neutral colors. And I'm using I'm just doing a full stitch Tunisian for that blanket. I got the pattern as far as knowing how to do the stitch from Antonio, Mr. Panda, MDL Crochet's spouse, Antonio, Michael's spouse. His name's Antonio. He wrote a pattern for a baby blanket. And he asked me if I would test it. I'm like, sure. I said, but can I make it bigger than what you have done? He's like, yeah. I told him because I don't want it to be a baby blanket. I need it to be a throw. And so he's like, yeah, just add as many chains as you want, and however many chains you make, that's going to be how long and wide your blanket will be. So when I get done with that Tunisian blanket, I'll do a separate video on that one as well. But this is going to be the only Somebunny that I do, because it's the only, I don't have a whole lot of time to make another one. So she's it. So that's all I have for you guys today. I'll see you guys around the YouTube streets. Hope you guys have a good, safe holiday weekend. If you live over here in the United States, happy 4th of July. And I'll see you guys somewhere soon. Bye, everybody.